Most people think building a PC is just about better performance. It's not. The moment you build one yourself, you start realizing things you didn't expect. Some of them feel amazing. Some of them hit differently. I have an important message for you all at the end of the video, so make sure you watch it till the end. Let's start with the first one. Number 1. It actually turns on. The first time you press the power button on a PC you built yourself, it hits differently. You've spent hours staring at parts, worrying you'll bend a pin or forget a connection, and suddenly, for a moment, you're not sure if it's going to work at all. Then the fans spin, the lights flicker on, and the whole system comes alive. You lean back and just let it sink in. You built this with your own hands, and it actually works. That mix of relief and pride hits all at once, the kind of feeling you didn't even know you were waiting for. And for a little while, nothing else matters except knowing that all the stress, all the overthinking, all the tiny mistakes you feared, none of it broke the machine. You did this, and it feels way bigger than just a computer. Number 2. You built it yourself. Even after it's running, that feeling doesn't go away. Every time you look at your PC, there's this quiet reminder that you put it together, piece by piece. Pre-built systems don't give you that. They work, sure, but they don't carry your effort, your mistakes, and your victories. You notice the way the cables sit, the cooler perfectly aligned, the RAM clicking in just right, and it hits you. This is mine. I did this. It's almost surreal when you stop and think about it. Months later, I'll still catch myself mid-game or mid-edit, looking at the machine and realizing I actually built this. It's a mix of pride, disbelief, and maybe a tiny smirk at the fact that you somehow didn't screw it up. That sense of ownership doesn't fade. And honestly, it's one of the best parts of building your own PC. Number 3. Everything feels smooth. The first time you actually start using your new PC, it's almost unfair how smooth everything feels. Moving the mouse, opening programs, browsing the web, it all reacts instantly, faster than you ever expected, even if your monitor isn't huge or fancy. Then you launch a game, and suddenly you realize just how much you've been missing all this time. No stutters, no random freezes, no praying that lowering settings will help. You can just play. It's a little rush of, wait, this is what it's supposed to feel like? Every animation, every effect, every tiny visual detail runs so cleanly that you end up opening random apps just to watch them pop open instantly, almost like you're testing them for fun, even though you know it's ridiculous. Of course, that initial excitement fades eventually. Your brain adjusts, the thrill of smooth performance becomes the new normal, and using the PC starts to feel every day. But those first few days, that feeling of effortless speed, it's like stepping into a completely different world. You can't help but grin at yourself a little, thinking, I actually did this. I made this happen. And the funny thing is, even when you get used to it, every now and then you'll catch yourself leaning back, moving the mouse just to feel it glide, or launching a program with a small, quiet smile because, deep down, you still remember how much of a game changer this is. Number 4. You learn more than you expected. Building your own PC teaches you more than just where to plug in a cable. Before this, you probably didn't know the difference between a motherboard chipset and a power supply rating, or why airflow actually matters. But suddenly, you're reading reviews, watching videos, comparing parts, thinking about compatibility, and slowly it all clicks. If you had to save up for your build yourself, you start understanding money in a new way too. Budgeting, planning, deciding which component is worth the extra cost, it forces you to think ahead. And the crazy part is this knowledge sticks. Even months later, you'll catch yourself explaining VRMs or RAM speeds to someone else, feeling like a pro without even realizing it. That's the thing about building your own PC. It's not just about playing games or watching benchmarks. It's about growing, learning, and realizing that putting effort into something gives you skills you didn't expect to get. Number 5. You don't enjoy games as much as you thought you would. This one hits differently for a lot of people. You spend months planning, saving, and building, imagining yourself crushing every game with max settings, thinking about every little detail from the GPU to the RGB lighting. And then you finally sit down to play, and for some reason, it's not as thrilling as you expected. You've been so focused on the process, the parts, the benchmarks, the cable routing, and even the tiny decisions you stressed over for hours, that reaching the goal suddenly feels a little normal. You realize that a big part of the excitement was in the journey itself, not the destination. and somehow that makes the whole experience strangely more meaningful than you anticipated. It's almost funny, if you think about it. You chase a goal expecting a life-changing payoff, but the real rush was in learning, planning, troubleshooting, and putting everything together yourself. After building a PC, you'll catch yourself staring at your setup more than the games, noticing your carefully placed cables, the way the lights reflect off the case, or even the little quirks of the components you chose. Sometimes you'll even pause mid-game just to admire how clean everything looks, like a painter stepping back from their work. The games are still fun, of course, but the feeling of creating something from scratch, seeing it alive and running, and knowing it all came together because of your own effort, that's what sticks. It's the part that sneaks up on you, makes you smirk quietly, and maybe even think, yeah, this was worth it. Number 6. The upgrade addiction begins. This one sneaks up on everyone. At first you sit back, enjoying your new build, thinking, I'm done, this is perfect. But humans, as it turns out, are never satisfied. That smooth performance you're so proud of today, tomorrow it feels like baseline. The new GPU that made your jaw drop last week suddenly seems like it could be better, faster, and shinier. You'll find yourself watching leaks, benchmarks, and announcements like they're breaking news. It's funny because nothing is wrong with your system. That RTX or whatever card you splurged on runs everything effortlessly, but as soon as a new generation drops, your brain whispers, maybe I need that one. And before you know it, you're mentally planning your next upgrade while still setting up the PC you just finished building. It's a mix of excitement and mild obsession. You know rationally that the current setup is more than enough, but part of you craves the what's next. Even if you tell yourself, I'm done, I'm happy, it doesn't last long. The cycle starts again when another card is announced, a new monitor refresh rate comes out, or someone shows a benchmark where their setup looks slightly shinier than yours. It's almost absurd, but it's part of the journey. That craving, that endless curiosity, is proof that you've crossed from casual user into full builder territory. And honestly, it's not entirely bad. It keeps you engaged, learning, and thinking about technology in a way that never really stops. Now, the important message. After going through all of this, here's something important to remember. It's easy to get caught up in the next upgrade, the latest GPU, or the newest shiny part, thinking that happiness or satisfaction is always just one model away. But truthfully, you don't always need that upgrade. If you're sitting with something like an RTX 4070, chances are it can handle nearly everything you throw at it for years to come. Chasing the next card, RTX 5070, or whatever the marketing hype says, won't magically make your games more fun, or make you enjoy your PC more than you already do. Sometimes the real growth comes from appreciating what you already have. The effort and skill you poured into building your PC can't be replaced by any new upgrade. That pride of creating something with your own hands matters more than FPS numbers or spec sheets. Upgrades are fun, sure, but don't forget to pause and enjoy what's right in front of you: the machine, the games, and the journey that got you here. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful or just enjoyed the little reflections, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Take care.